Get your say on today's topics. Go to itv.com/loosewomen. But first, it's time to look at what's been going on in the world of showbiz.
When I grow up, I want to be famous, I want to be a star, I want to be a movie.
First up, it's been a great week for Robbie Williams. Not only is he set to get the Lifetime Achievement Award at next year's Brits, he also played a triumphant comeback gig at the Electric Proms on Tuesday night, receiving rave reviews. Let's take a little look at him rocking the roundhouse. I love that song.
Great to see him back,
It is. Now, certain sections of the press have said it's brilliant to see, you know, Robbie back on form. He's a great showman. What do you think actually makes a great showman?
Well, I think, I mean, Robbie is a brilliant showman. I know, I saw him in Take That, actually. I haven't seen him on his own, but hopefully I'm going to be going on holiday with him soon.
Does he know this?
Oh, it's his idea.
Great.
Yeah, actually, he was talking about us on the radio, and he did say, yeah, Carol would go on holiday with Carol.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
He doesn't know you, does he?
I think he does. No, I do. I think he really has got it. You know, he's got that charisma, he's got the energy, he's got, you know, I don't know, people just love him when he's on the stage. But, you know, take Robbie out of the equation, and I do think that Michael Jackson, in his latest set of dates, would have been the greatest showman. And I don't know if you know, but there is a film out of his rehearsals, and I've seen bits of it, and I mean, he looked like he was so into it, and he was.
But he still looked the same, didn't he, on that film?
Absolutely, he was dancing. I mean, it was a proper show, a serious show, and it's such a shame that I am going to go and see the film as soon as it comes out. But also, I haven't seen, and I would love to see. I think it's a great showman. Is George Michael?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he would be great, and the Rolling Stones. And I better hurry up and see them because there ain't long left, is there?
I mean, I would love to have seen Rod Stewart in his day, wouldn't you? Sexy or what?
Yeah, but even now.
Yeah, but no. What I mean is, you know, because I don't think he does shows now. But I would love to see him. I'd love to have seen Elvis, of course. I mean, Elvis was the greatest showman of all time, and they all looked towards him. Oh yes. But the thing is, you know, when you look back though, the Dean Martins and the Frank Sinatras must have been incredible to watch because they knew how to play an audience, and you know. But there are so many, aren't they? I saw Michael Bull live. I thought he was wonderful. I cried.
I've seen the Rolling Stones.
Stop it!
Oh, and Prince as well.
Prince,
He's a great showman.
I've seen Prince, I've seen the Rolling Stones, I've seen U2, I've seen pretty much all of the sort of big stadium, you know, rockers, as it were. Bruce Springsteen years ago, he was amazing. I tell you what, the only one I've ever tried to sneak backstage to, and this is a bit of a confession, was Bon Jovi. John Bon Jovi. I must admit, I was convinced it was me he was looking at. There were 50,000 people in the audience, but it was me he was looking at. I tried to sneak backstage. They just laughed at me, the security lot, as I ran after the tour bus.
He has got a great voice, but for me, I love Robbie as well. I think he's great, but for me, it's Tom Jones. I want to duet with... See, we all love Tom. He knows how to sing. No miming, proper singing.
John Bon Jovi proper sings.
Yes, no,
but they still throw their knickers at him, don't they? Old Tom Jones, they do. I mean, there might be bigger knickers, but they still
Bloomers. OK, next up, actress Nicole Kidman has said this week that the movie world portrayed females as weak sex objects and that she's not interested in those type of roles. So do you agree with her? Do you think women are badly represented in Hollywood?
I do, actually. I mean, I'm not a great movie buff, and I'm sure there are loads of films where, you know, women do come out of it, out of the film quite well, but the ones that I can think of, they don't. You know, almost every single romantic comedy, which I hate the idea of, they always end up being pathetic, either being portrayed as being a bit mad or a bit neurotic or a bit, you know, sad. You know, the whole Bridget Jones thing is just dreadful. And they always end up getting rescued by men. You know, Pretty Woman. I blame Pretty Woman. I blame Julia Roberts for it.
It's
pathetic. I hate it.
I think think Nicole Kidman's talking pop, quite frankly, because I just think that so what? So what if Bridget Jones, you know, Bridget Jones was a victim of the mishaps of being a woman, and that's what we go through. So what if we have to get rescued by a man? I'd like to get rescued by a man, thank you.
Women relate to people like Bridget Jones. I think
They shouldn't.
Rubbish.
She's a terrible role model. You know, any woman who is seen as a hero because she's a sad, single person, that's dreadful, because it makes every woman who is single feel useless and hopeless without a man.
It's only a film. It's not real life.
It doesn't matter. You're identifying with her as a character, and that's wrong. I think it's a bad character and a bad role model. I think the only film that I can think of right now with a really, really positive, strong role model, and she comes out at the end still looking like one, is the Queen. That's it!
No, it's true. No. This Francesca Rabbit. Francesca Rabbit.
Jessica.
Oh, is it Jessica? Jessica Rabbit. Jessica Rabbit. Now, she came out looking good, didn't she? I know she's animated, but we can all go there. I'll be animated for anybody. But the thing is, you know, in the days of the proper films with Margaret Lockwood and Betty Davis and Joan Crawford, now, in those days, they wrote those parts for those women, and there were powerful, strong women. And the men, rather like Coronation Street, all those women in there, it's always been based on strong women, and the men have been slightly underdog. But I have to agree with you that they don't write parts like that for women anymore if it's taken from a book or whatever. But Julia Roberts is a very, very strong actress.
Of course, and she played one of the strongest ever film roles, Erin Brockovich.
That's right.
She? So
she did.
That was just one.
So there's two.
There's lots of them, isn't there?
There's lots of them. Anyway, I love romantic comedies, and I want to be Jennifer Aniston when I grow up.
You
so
shall be.
Thank you. Finally, Lily Allen has signed off from the world of internet forum Twitter, saying that she's tired of the phenomenon. She's also given up MySpace, email, and has handed over her laptop and her BlackBerry. Now she's just left with her mobile phone. She said tweeting is for twits. So, do you agree with her? Do you think social networking's gone too far?
Now, I got shot down in flames a year and a half ago when I talked about being a member of Facebook and how I loved it and talking to my old friends by Miss McGiffin here, who is Twitter Queen, I have to add.
Don't diss the twits.
I'm not dissing the twits. I don't understand it. I signed up in a moment of madness, and I don't even know. I've got these people saying, oh, well, they're following you, and I'm thinking, what do I need to do? I haven't got a clue. I think, you know what, we managed before. Maybe, you know, maybe we'd be all right.
Do you know why you don't get Twitter?
There's no secret.
You know why you don't get it? Because it's too easy. And Facebook is so complicated with all the pictures and the things and the bits and everything. And Twitter is simple. It's just like text messaging, however many people are following you, all at once. But
I mean, I've never done it. Is it things like, I'm having a chicken sandwich?
No, you can do that. But, you know, ordinarily, it's a very, you know, it's really good for finding things out. You know, it can be used as a kind of information
works very well with
source.
chicken sandwiches.
You know, when the Iranian elections were going on, you really knew what was going on in Iran because people were doing it, were twittering. And it has got its uses. Of course it's trivial. Yes, most of it is trivial. But how would I know that Robbie Williams wants to go on holiday with me if it wasn't for Twitter? That is true. And I tell you, I'm serious. Because he was talking about us on Radio 1, apparently, during the interview with Scott Mills before the actual show at the Roundhouse. Yeah. And he was talking about us, and then he said he wanted to go on holiday with me, and I wouldn't have known that because I wasn't listening to it, unfortunately, because some people that follow me on Twitter told me so.
Brilliant.
So thank you very much.
Do you know what Twitter
I
is?
have to tell you, for a person who only saved and saved as, I can now do the Facebook and I can Twitter, so that's how simple it is. And I have to tell you, Carol and I have very big dongles.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
And between us, very big followings as well. So,
so there we are.
OK, time to take a breather.